Reba here. Let's take a look at the garden and check out the trees, and I'll show you how I rearranged my raspberry and blackberry bushes. They kind of like organize them a little bit. I have like an OCD type thing, so like if they're out of like sequence, like types and that sort of thing, I'll show you what I'm doing. So yeah, so let's go take a look. All right, so having some issues with my storage on my phone today, so I had to go and delete some apps. So anyways, and some photos, and I'm just starting over with these videos, so hopefully my phone won't cut out and I won't have to like splice together a whole bunch of things. So anyways, so let's start over here with these trees. And I have some more trees over in this section like that, but we'll talk about those on another day. So here are the fruit trees I've got going on right here. I've got a cherry tree that I grew from seed a couple years ago right here. I think this is about 2 years old now. And it is a Bing or a Lapin, so it's a dark red cherry. And then this one right here is from the backyard. I think it's like a native cherry here. So it kind of looks like a miniature Rainier. It's like really, really small like that. So I have this one in here, and then I have this one, and then I have this one, and that's what I have in this giant pot here because I've got a big, big pot. And then I have some cutting celery mixed in there, and some of this leeks because I couldn't get the seeds to grow that I had gotten. And then there's some pepper seeds that have popped up in there from like a pepper that I had been eating and I just dropped it. So yeah, and I was like, what? Something just fell. It was a blueberry fell off. I accidentally knocked the blueberry off. But the blueberries are really, really yummy. All right, moving on. I don't know what this is right here. And I'm like falling, you guys. Okay, so I don't know what this is here. It grew up in the pot, but apparently I must have sown something, or the birds came and sowed something, because there's another one right here. And then this I think is a snapdragon. We'll see. I'm not sure what this is either. But these are all little snapdragons right here because I dumped a ton of seeds in here, and they look a little bit different than this. So I'm not sure. This might be a snapdragon though. We'll have to keep an eye on it. All right, moving on. So this one right here is my Rainier cherry tree, and I love, love, love Rainier cherries. But I think I kind of like the darker cherries a little bit more. But these ones are nice and fresh and just very like a very soft flavor. I love the Rainier cherries. So it's really nice to be able to get a Rainier cherry so that I can have that be a part of my garden. So they are really expensive in the store, so that's why I went ahead and got myself a Rainier cherry tree. All right, moving on. This is my Fantasia nectarine. It is supposed to be a cling free, which means the flesh does not stick to the pit in the center, and I love that because I cannot stand it when I get a nectarine and I'm eating it fresh, and then you get to the pit and then you're biting and then the strings get stuck in your mouth that are stuck to the pit. I just don't like that at all. So it's more of a sensory issue for me. And so yeah, so I saw this and I said it's self-fertile. You don't have to have another nectarine tree, although it is good to have multiple trees in the same family like that because then you get more fruit production. So that would probably be part of the reason why I only got 5 this year, but I'm happy with the amount because it is a small tree. I had to do a lot of pruning on this tree and on the peach tree because of the frost damage from the snowstorm in February. So I've got it all pruned down and it's looking really, really nice, you guys. Okay, so moving on, my gooseberries are kind of in the way here a little bit, but right behind these gooseberries is my frost peach, and I believe it is on a Citation peach rootstock because of the leaf shape on here is that of a peach. So I don't think it is the prune variety for the rootstock because they look like peach leaves. So I believe it's a Citation. And I actually put more dirt up onto those stems coming out of the ground because I want them to set roots, because I'd like to create more peach trees that way with these. I would love to see what the fruit tastes like on a Citation. I'm just curious. So that's why I did this. And I have at least 3 of them that are getting rooted. So that's great. Now here is the Bartlett. It's a red Bartlett pear right here. It's a little bit taller than, it's about as high as I'd want it to get. None of the fruit set on it this year, and I just don't know if I want it. I want to do a little bit more research on my pears to when I go to buy them to get exactly what I want. I'm not sure if a red Bartlett is the kind I want. I'm really wanting a smooth textured pear that has a buttery flavor. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up purchasing my pears from Raintree when I get ready to have a pear tree. That way I can call them and tell them exactly what I'm looking for, and they can actually give me that smooth, buttery fruit that I'm wanting. Now I do have 4 pear trees. I've got 3 right here, and then I got another one over here, which I'll show you in a minute. Those ones I grew from seed. I'm okay. These ones are small, so I'm okay with having those ones for now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell this one probably sometime this week, and just, you know, get what I really want instead of having something that's just because, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now here is a Honeycrisp, my favorite and my son's favorite. Apple is the Honeycrisp. I absolutely love them. So this isn't a keeper. I'm thinking either getting from Raintree a Wine Crisp and or a Cosmic Crisp. I believe the Cosmic Crisps are related to the Honeycrisps. However, I do believe you can only buy that one if you live in the state of Washington, and you can only get 1 per person. I'm thinking, yeah, because they track, they can tell who buys what, and so they only let you have 1, I think. I don't think it's 1 per purchase. I think it's 1 per person. So, so yeah, so I'm thinking about getting that because it looks really cool, because it looks like the apple has stars all over it, the Cosmic Crisp, and I think that's just fun. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. And then these 2 Columers, I picked these up at Home Depot last year. I think that they were mislabeled in the store, and I didn't get exactly what I'm thinking I got, and they might have had the labels switched on them. They're also supposed to be blooming at the same time, because when I bought them so that I would have them blooming and being able to pollinate each other better. You'll notice the majority of the apples up top got pollinated because these portions of the apple tree was blooming when these ones were starting to open, and all the other blooms, all the fruit fell off because they weren't synchronized well enough with their blooming, and that didn't have enough blossoms in the yard for them to actually set the fruit like we needed it to. And every single fruit dropped off of this one. So I'm thinking they're just not quite right, which means I'm gonna need to pull all of the soapwort out of this one, and I'm going to be pulling up everything that's in this one at the top and redistributing all of these little plants in the top, and I will be selling these as well. That'll free up 3 more pots, and I have an empty one already I'm wanting to get a gomi berry, and I'm wanting to get either a pawpaw or a honeyberry or a jujube or something like that. So I'm wanting to add in something like that into what I'm having here, and we'll just have to wait and see. I do really want to have that Cosmic Crisp also, and or a Wine Crisp, So I'm going to do my research a little bit more. So I'll have to just wait and see what I can get my hands on at the locals farmers markets and that sort of thing. I'm thinking about checking to see if the farmers market is open tomorrow, and I was wanting to head down and see what they have. So yeah, so here is, where is it? Did I move it? I must have moved it. But right here are some of, I believe, the dragon apple seeds. And so I've got 3 of those that came up in this pot. And then there's another one in a smaller pot. It's not this one, but it's one of these. Oh, it's in the greenhouse still. It has some Honey Crisps that came up from seed. Not that I need those now, but you know, hey. But then I've got all the apple trees that I grew from seed around here, which look really great. And then on this around this apricot tree here, which is the Goldcott, I have it surrounded with my chestnut trees, and they're the sweet chestnut. I don't know what variety of chestnut. I don't know if it's an American or if it is the one of the Asian or whatnot, but I did get the chestnuts at an Asian market. So chances are it could be a Chinese chestnut. I'm not sure. I think I should be able to take a look at the leaves and be able to tell exactly what type of chestnut. I'm just not too worried about it because they're chestnuts and they're yummy. So, and I did eat the chestnuts from this group and they were delicious. So I'm okay with whatever they make. I've got about 7 of those. I'm keeping them all. My mom was wanting me to send her some, but since she's in her 80s, I've decided that instead of chancing sending her plants and them dying because it's really hot where she lives, the climate change would really like zap these and like stunt their growth and just cause problems. I just told her, you know what, I'm just going to hold on to them and I will plant them in the ground, and when they start making fruit, I will send you the fruit from them. So yeah. All right, so here is this is how the apricot is looking now. And it is doing phenomenal, you guys. It's grown almost a yard this year. And it's as tall as this other apricot tree now already at this portion. Not counting this limb. This limb's a little bit high, but it's, for the most part, it's about the same height as the majority of this apricot tree. And the apricot on the Goldcott is already starting to ripen. So I need to get something on that so that the birds won't mess with it. And I see another dead piece of limb. I need to cut this back. And so, yeah, so when I see those, I trim them off. I thought I had gotten them all, but I guess I didn't. So yeah, so I'm so excited, you guys. Now, like again, I said, this could be this could also be a plum tree. And so I'm not exactly sure. It has heart-shaped leaves, which makes me believe that it is a apricot. So I don't know. The leaves feel different on this one. They're bigger and more smooth. These ones are more of a heart shape. And they're very pretty. So we'll just have to wait and see. So here is the other pear tree that I grew from seed. This one came up last year. The other 3 came up this year. These are the white mulberry trees that I'm growing from seed. This is the peach tree that I'm growing from seed. I don't remember what variety, but I do know it was a cling free as well. I got a hydrangea in here. This is my Chicago hardy fig. It's finally putting on some new growth. It kind of got stunted there for a little bit and had stopped growing for about a month or so. Almost 2 months it stopped growing. So it should be getting some more leaves down here now. And here's my son's apple. He planted this seed this year. It is a jazz apple seedling from a jazz apple. So it's not going to be a jazz apple, just like all my other ones. I've kept like the names with the particular apples, what type of fruit I grew them from, knowing that they're not going to be true to what that tree is. They're going to be their own tree. But I just wanted to keep track and know where they came from, who their parent was. At least one of the parents. I don't know. it's pretty sad these days when you have to like make excuses for saying one of the parents, or whether it's the daddy or the mommy, whatever. People, get a grip. All right, so anyways, I'm done tiptoeing. All right, so yeah, so another apple tree here, and then the rest of them are cherry tree, or the chestnut trees. So they're doing excellent. The trees are looking really good. And then I got curly willow over here, which I'm thinking about getting in the ground somewhere. We'll see. I might put some in the ground here, and then that way I get free up my bucket. I need my bucket back because I need to wash some wool, some alpaca wool. So and then I need to contact the lady that I got the alpaca wool from, because she's going to be probably doing a shearing this month or doing one next month, and they had invited me to come to that. So I need to contact her and say, hey, I'm still interested in coming to see the shearing if you haven't done it already. So yeah. So anyway, so here's how, let's look at the pansies really quick. Look at these beautiful, oh my goodness. And then they're looking really pretty, you guys. So yeah, these ones are like, got a lot of purple on them. That had some berry juice on that one. So yeah, all right, so here's the Lebanon cedar, and it's getting some more candles on the ends here. So it's getting taller, guys. All right, so I wanted to show you guys really quick before my phone dies and before I run out of space again, because I keep deleting apps and all that. So remember when I told you guys these did not look like aromas down here? These are not shaped like a Roma tomato down here in this section of the plant. I don't know what's going on. These are coming from a branch here that's connected to the base here, right up under here. But these ones up top are Roma. What's going on there? Can anybody explain that to me? Can you explain why these are shaped not like a Roma tomato, but the ones up top are forming into Romas? That is so crazy. So anyways, so this one said Roma on it, so now I'm getting Roma tomatoes up top, but this lower branch is not, this fruit does not look like a Roma. Sorry. None of it does. I got a good 5 or 6 of them that look like they're something else, and the rest of them that are coming on now all look like Roma tomatoes, even on this side. So that is just crazy, and I don't see any weird grafting down in here. Don't see anything grafted on. That is so weird. Right, tomato people, let me know. Has this ever happened to you? Where you got something on your plant that's growing that's not looking like it should be? All right. So there's that. And now let's show you the berries really quick, because I'm pretty much done sharing the berries with you guys, but I want to get it out of my system because of the OCD factor. So what I've done over here is I need to pick up all the pots, because it looks like Walter came up here and knocked over my little gooseberry plants. But I've put the blackberries all on this end, and this is the OCD part, you guys. So I've got my blackberries down here, cut leaf down here, and these could be a variety, you guys, of something else. I'm not exactly sure what these ones are. Could be Himalayan, could be anything. So we're just going to watch for the berries in the near future, probably in the next year or so. Right here are the white blackberries. These are from Baker Creek Seed Company. They are the Snowbank white blackberries. Tongue twister. This one right here is the one that I just got, one of the rescues that's got some berries on it. This one is the Marionberry. You guys, it is a combination of the blackberry and the raspberry. Parentage on both sides has raspberry in it and blackberries. There's a whole lot of blackberries, so it favors blackberries more than raspberries, at least in the appearance. And so I've put it in between, closer to the blackberries. This one right here is a boysenberry. Again, boysenberry is a mixture of a black and a raspberry, a blackberry and a raspberry. So it's right here. Then this one tastes more like a blackberry. This one tastes more like a raspberry, and has the blackberry characteristics. So I put it right here, closer to the raspberries. That's my mental OCD had to have everything organized, you guys. So coming down here is what I believe is the double gold. And then we'll be seeing if it is or not. It could end up being another red raspberry. It could be the roots from a tulamine, for all I know. Who knows? Because I did a lot of, while the things were dormant, I repotted a lot of my stuff so that I don't get root bound. Okay, so this was a bunch of roots. That's what came up as a raspberry plant. Right here is the Cascade Delight. I put that there. Then here is the Tulamine right here. Next to the Tulamine is the one that was supposed to be an orange raspberry, but tastes exactly like the Tulamine and looks exactly like the Tulamine in the color, flavor, and taste. The berries form a little bit bigger on the Tulamine than on this one, but they taste exactly the same. So I put them right next to each other. And then this one's the mystery one. Is this one the orange one? We will find out. I was thinking it might be a black raspberry because of the stems looking kind of like a black raspberry plant. But I mean, it could surprise us. It could end up being the orange raspberry that is supposed to be an everbearing, kind of like the double gold. So if that ends up being the case, everything will end up shifting down, and the red raspberries will come down here, and then that will move over there. That is my thought process, and my OCD just couldn't take it. Now I've got to pick up all these little pots that are all messed up and get everything all organized and that sort of thing. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. I've had a heck of a time today getting it all filmed and getting little quiet periods here and there to do it with the dogs barking and the kids playing, which is not a problem, and my phone dying, and not necessarily dying, it's going to die any minute, but with my phone filling up with storage and that sort of thing. And so yeah, I don't know what on earth's going on with it, so I need to get rid of a bunch of apps and minimize. So anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and click that bell button. As always, have a wonderful day, you guys, and God bless. Bye.